So I just want to do a quick video today on let's call it the daily update for NVDA. Um, so like I said before, yesterday, the biggest thing that we're looking for is a breakout on a higher time frame. But if it's going to break out on a higher time frame, then you need to look for a setup on a lower time frame. So yesterday I said it was nice that we saw that bounce yesterday and that we had a pretty bullish looking setup going into close. I also said that you don't want to do anything until the next day because you still have to validate that setup. You have to break above that, right? We didn't break above that. So the day came and we got down lower. So you already know that you're probably not looking to take any long entries, right? Um, so that's why I say patience is very, very, very important because the more time you wait, the more data you have, the more candlesticks, more price action you have. So if this is going to play out going forward, the first thing I would say is if the bullish breakout is going to play out, first thing you want to look for is this to hold 180. If this doesn't hold 180, which I would not be shocked if it does not hold 180, the 180 psych, then you're probably pulling back to this area, this 169, 170 area, which we have seen some support up in there. If that doesn't hold, then you're probably pulling back down here to this trend line area. And from there, you would be expecting a bounce. If you take a long entry, then you have to buy time down here. You have to, and say use a 20% stop. That's what I personally would do. I'm not telling anybody to do that by any means. But at the same time, if this setup is going to break bearish, then you would look for a break of this trend line. So this can go either way. We started out with a bullish thesis because of how price action looked. We might switch to a bearish thesis based on how the new price action looks. So just keep that in mind going forward, that you can switch back and forth, but you have to wait for those breaks if you're looking for a break on the higher time frame. Now, this could have been a great short opportunity for like a scalp or a day trade, but I just was not interested in day trading it myself, just because, like I said yesterday, we're still just in this consolidation. Just because it is a good setup on a lower time frame doesn't mean the stock is going to really move much, and it may just whip back and forth. So that's typically what you get when you trade in these ranges. Stocks go range bound, and you don't get the continuation and the follow through that you would typically expect. So one other thing to look out for is, since this breakout has not happened yet, I'm leaning more towards this probably not doing much of anything. Making a higher time frame move until after earnings. So once earnings go by, um, we probably should have a good setup for something, a trendy move, I'll say. Um, but me personally, I absolutely do not hold things through earnings. So don't even, I'm not even, that's just not even on my radar. So the closer we get to earnings, the less interested I get in this, because I know it's going to start doing wild stuff. I will day trade it, but as I said, I was looking for a higher time frame move, for a multi-day move. So that's the type of trader that I am. I'm not really interested in the scalps and day trades too much, but we just continue to sit here and wait, and whenever it goes, we'll get alerts for it. Um, each morning, you kind of just check on it, set new alerts, and then just go on about your day, and you get whatever you get, and you kind of just roll with it from there. But that's the update. If 180 doesn't hold, you probably headed back down here. Um, if you can get a bounce and come back in the supply area, then you still need to break out. But the more time that goes by, the lower the breakout price gets. And you see what I'm saying? Because the slope of this trend line is going down. So earlier in the week, we said 192 area. If this happens in September, then I might say 187 or something like that. But remember, this can break down to the downside. So don't just expect this to bounce and just rip higher. So that's kind of how you do it. Just take it day by day and wait for those breaks. You got to be patient. And we get a new setup, I'll be back to let you guys know. And just look for a break in either direction.